B-roll.
Why'd you have to look at my hand? Make eye contact when you high five me. There you go. See? It's not that hard. Just calculate, set it. There you go. Solid.
These are the most direct high fives I've ever had in my life.
That's what I'm saying. Eye contact. Your brain does the calculation for you. Okay? So it's simple. Boom. Every time. We always connect. It's never fail. You almost failed there. You thought too much. Don't think about it. See? Never think about it. That's how you know it's like an appreciative high five compared to like a yeah, sure thing. Did you just leave me fucking hanging?
I didn't know you were going for a high five.
Oh my God. See, and that's what I mean too.
Well, I mean, you weren't looking.
That's what I mean.
I mean, God.
Like there's no connection. So like even then, even though it was still a little depressing that you. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to another installment of the 5 o'clock reboot, where we should starting your week off right, as we've finally gotten around to not being as rocky.
We got it. We're on it now.
As of this recording, we now officially have like a whole week for me to edit and work on it, so I have no further excuse to mess up anything. Very excited for that. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of developments over the years. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited for a lot of the stuff that I have going on. I actually just bought my first hookah.
Yes.
2 of them.
Now, that's very interesting to me because I know literally nothing about the hookah. Like, I saw it earlier. He was like, hey, man, look what I got. And I was like, that is paraphernalia. And he was like, no, silly.
It tickles me how much of like, for lack of a better word, how much of a virgin you are to like all of that stuff. Because you thought it was a bong.
I did. I was like, why?
But even bongs aren't paraphernalia.
Are they not?
No.
What are they?
They're just bongs. Why do you think they sell them literally everywhere? They sold them before they sold weed.
Okay, so
it's considered a tobacco product. Do I recommend smoking tobacco out of it? No.
I was gonna say, because like I don't think I'm gonna go to the Walgreens and get me some of that Bugle. You know what I'm talking about, the Bugler tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some of that and just that was a shit.
Yeah, no. They specifically sold that as a tobacco product, but they even sold crack pipes, dude. Straight up, crack pipes.
Yeah,
it's a tobacco product. But we all know what it was original. Hi, I worked 53 hours this week. Nice to meet you. But like,
it's nice to meet you.
53 hours.
Worked 53 hours this week.
How many hours you work?
I'm dead. No.
Oh. I thought you were gonna be like condescending. How's your gain looking there, Chief? You are redding.
How's my gain looking? It's low. Hold on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't touch it. I can fix it.
I touched it.
I'll fix it down. I did officially put up all the soundproofing, and it's great because I'm not hearing you at all.
I've been hearing you a lot, and I just fixed that problem.
Now that I've said that, I can actually hear you a little bit. Motherfucker.
Ain't that the way it goes?
But we'll have something to talk about, which will be my end of things, the hookahs, and we can carry on about some good stuff. But first, before anything else, and our ice happens to melt, this week is one of my favorite weeks. My boys, my gals, my non-binary pals. Today we're going to be drinking a plum wine. So this is our plum wine that is specifically from Choya.
Choya.
Choya. It is a plum wine. It is technically a plum wine, but technically not. Technically a sake. Technically not. There's a lot of different ways that I keep reading about it. They never really narrowed it down. It's like looking up a cigar.
It's plum something.
It's plum something, by golly. Very excited. Plum. It is a 15%, so that is a 30 proof. As some of you guys may know, I am a lover of sake. So I have drank this before. I would consider it to be a sake from what it tastes like. But it's a very simple drink. And what's going to be happening is we're going to be enjoying it two ways. Our first one free is not going to be the typical shot. We're going to take it over ice. I'll give Alex as much or as little as he wants. I will be tanking this thing as hard as possible because I love sake.
Have mercy.
Now, do you want to do the opening of the bottle?
I will let you do the opening of the bottle. Sound like one of the Minecraft zombies. That was a really good microphone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Opening of the bottle. Shit. Yeah. What just happened in your ears is real. That, what you just heard, was a sealed bottle. I might use this as an actual water bottle. But that right there is an actual sealed bottle. They actually sealed it with a little 10 piece. I love this stuff. Yeah, we're good. I love it.
That smells like dog ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
But dude, I will say that shit's safe. That looks like a water bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. You walk around, you're like, oh.
They're like, serve it chilled. They're
Serve it
prepping
water.
you to drink that like that.
Yeah. So it says to serve it chilled. I got us some ice and a nice little whiskey glass here. The first one's free. I'm going to just kind of measure out what would be a shot. And then from there, we can drink it chilled. But I'm going to recommend that we mix it and just see how we do with that. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so you entertain them.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I do. All right, so I got it. Oh, damn it. Well, there went the punchline of my joke. Oh, golly. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So, I got a good one for you today. Good little story time with Alex. Because I haven't had a good story for that, you know? So, there was this man, and he died. And he did not... he was, you know... Things didn't go exactly the way people often plan, you know? And he went to hell. And he gets down there... And, you know, and the devil looks at him and he says, okay, let's see here. Yep. You were a divorce attorney. Okay. All right. I see why you're here. You know what? I'm going to do something special. I'm going to let you pick your punishment. I've got 3 doors that you get to choose from. Right? He said, and you can look at all 3 of them before you decide. So the devil opens up the first door. And it's a guy, and he's getting like he's getting branded over and over for all eternity. That's what this guy's doing for eternity. He's just getting branded. And the attorney's like, oh shit, I don't want to do that. No, what's behind door number 2? And the devil goes, okay, door number 2. Alrighty then. So he opens up door number 2, and it's a guy, and he's getting poked, like he's getting stabbed by this like trident type thing, like by the pitchfork. Over and over for eternity. Never gets used to it, never gets comfy. And the guy's just screaming. And the attorney's like, oh shit, no, I don't want that neither. Ooh, well, devil, what's behind number 3? And he opens the door, and there's this old man, and he's chained up to the wall by his hands, and he's hanging there. And he's just go, oh. And And it's the guy's eyes wander down, and he sees the most gorgeous woman that he has ever seen in his life just going to the fucking town on this dude right now. And that guy says, you know what, man? That's the one. That's the one right there. Chain me up to that wall. I want door number 3. And the devil says, you sure? And the guy says, shit, yeah, man. Absolutely. I want door number 3. So the devil goes, okay. And he walks over there to the whole situation that's going on. He taps on the woman's shoulder and says, honey, you're free to go. Your replacement's here.
I was thinking that was going to go a whole separate direction. She was going to be like a siren with razor blades for teeth or something. I want that one. Honey, you're free to go. Your replacement's here. Woo.
Oh, my.
I love that one. That was a good one. Put that one
Thanks, man.
in the back pocket. Take yourself a little glass there, Chief. I've nailed down what this smells like.
It feels so fancy. What is it? Can I get a smell of this?
Yeah.
You know what? I know what it smells like, too. I got an idea. You go ahead first.
You say first. Because my answer's locked in. Lock it in!
Oh, your answer's going to be different than mine.
What's yours?
You ever smelled a jacuzzi? Or like a hot tub somewhere?
Yeah.
Like that cleaning, you know what I mean? Like that, what the water smells like with the hot?
Yeah.
Smell that and think about that.
Yeah. But think silly string. Like you can just smell the alcohol.
I can smell both of those things.
Yeah. I think one or the other I can smell that.
I think this is silly string before they add the silliness.
Yeah. This is just a string.
This is liquid string.
Liquid string.
Well, listen, I ain't getting no more sober. First one's free.
First one's free. Yeah. You're in trouble.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck.
Smells like death. Tastes like heaven. Yeah.
You don't even taste alcohol.
Mm-hmm. That's a 30 proof for you. This,
dude, I've tasted 30 proofs that taste like piss.
Mm-hmm. And see, even like taking it in, just drinking it. Ooh, it's so good. So now you know what it's like to drink it over rocks. Now we're going to mix it. She's so good, right?
God bless, son.
Yeah. The easiest drink and one of my favorites. Like I said, plum wine is like perfection.
That is the best plum alcohol that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not
like,
kidding.
Even like the plum soju. The plum soju I find to be kind of like, it's very alcohol forward. And so you kind of just taste the plum while you can taste the actual plum in this. So I'm going to make you your drink and I'm going to make mine.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. You know, I guess I could do another quick story time with Alex while you're mixing these drinks. All right, so this man walks into a bar, and he walks up to the bartender and he says, "Hey, man, I'll take a rum and coke." Bartender says, "All right, rum and coke." Hands the guy an apple. The guy says, "What the fuck?" The bartender says, "Just trust me, man. Trust me, man. Take a sip of that. Take a bite of that apple." Guy takes a bite, and it tastes just like straight rum. And he says, "What the hell is this? This apple tastes like rum." And the bartender says, "Yeah, man. Now turn it around." Turns around, takes a bite. "Oh my gosh, that tastes like Coke." He got a rum and Coke apple. You know, second guy walks into a bar. He says, "What do you have?" He says, "I'll have a gin and tonic." Hands him an apple. takes a bite. Oh my gosh, that tastes like gin. Bartender says, now turn that shit around. Oh my God, that tastes like tonic water. Holy crap. Like, this is amazing. Bartender says, heck yeah, man. That's about this time that they're both of their buddy comes in, right? It's just mutual friend. He walks in, and they both look at him and they say, hey, dude, order something. This guy has an apple for every taste on the planet. Every single taste. You can't think of a flavor that this guy probably don't have an apple for. I mean, look at that wall of apples. And the guy says, all right. I'll do you one better. He says, I got an idea. I bet you I know one. So the guy looks at the bartender and says, you got apple flavor for everything, right? And the bartender says, yeah. He says, all right, vagina. And the guy goes, a little weird, but okay. So he hands him an apple, and the guy takes a bite, and he goes, oh, man, this tastes like shit. The bartender says, turn it around.
Turn it around. Turn it around. I want you to take a look at our glasses too.
Oh, dude, I know.
That's so cool. I'm so excited. I did commit a bit of a sin, but mine's a little high, so you can go ahead and sip off yours there. Put that there. Sit up. Take a sip.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes. He's in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
Didn't take. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. This has been the best choice this year.
Oh, why is it so good? This is a problem. This is a problem. I smelled that. I looked at the plums and I was like, if this is his shit, good on him. This is going to be disgusting. I'm not going to drink any of it. I even told Madison before I left, I was like, honey, don't you worry. I'll be home tonight. Guess I lied. Fuck.
So.
Well, I may not. Well, I'm going to sip on this bitch.
We're going to see how it goes. And then for the last little bit, I'm going to introduce you to actual sake. You're only going to do a shot of that. If that.
Okay.
Because sake hits harder for us. Because even through our generation, like, our body has like no time to get any kind of concept of sake. So it hits our bloodstream a little differently. Your body doesn't really have a way to process it quickly. So it just heads kind of straight to your bloodstream. An entire bottle of soju, like the smaller bottles, fucks me up.
Yeah, I've had a bottle of soju, and that, woo boy.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing's tiny.
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't do anything to
me. I could drink this, no problem. And I would take a few sips. It would give me the god-awfulest, like, feeling of heartburn in my life. And I'm like, ah, and then I'm wasted.
It never gives me heartburn because, like, well, I get a kind of a burn out of it, but it's what I love about sake so much is because it's something you don't. Because I hate the process, right? I hate waiting to get drunk. I like to just get to where I need to get to. Just get punched out.
I got you.
And there's also it's a good way for me to find out where the level ground is. So I can actually find out if I can drink more or drink less. That is how I find my way to the good point the fastest.
Okay.
I love it.
Now that's like you're saying that's how you like gauge where you want to be, like
yeah.
drunk.
Yeah. So what I'll do is if I make my sake, I actually have my cups and everything here. I'll fill it all the way up to the brim on the low where the neck starts. I'll microwave it, and then I'll take it out, let it cool down for a second so I can touch it, pour it, drink it. I can get about four or five in, and then I start to feel a buzz.
Of this little thing right there?
Mm-hmm.
Of the big containers or the little cups?
The big containers, about 4 or 5 of the cups. That's what I mean.
Oh, dude, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Does this shit hit you the same way?
I don't know. But that's technically speaking, you only had like one-ish shot, and one-ish shot compared to like the glass. I think the glass is like like 75%, 3/4 of an actual shot.
Yeah, but we're pouring that on top of 3 shots right now. Yeah, I mean, it ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing.
Dude, what am I? The other side of the apple?
Turn it around. This tastes like shit. Turn it around. I love that. I love that's just his go-to.
No, get it? Because it...
Yeah.
Yeah. The other side.
Whenever you try to explain a joke, Alex, the joke loses its texture. I got it. I promise. I'm not dense.
You know what's wild?
What?
It's got the same texture as an onion. An apple? Yeah. If you were to blindfold somebody and plug their nose, because like your sense of taste and smell are so intertwined that if you took away their sense of smell and took away someone's sight of something, like blindfolded them, dulled their sense of smell to where they couldn't smell anything, and then you gave them an apple and an onion, they wouldn't be able to tell the two apart.
I feel like you're feeding me hogwash.
Something I was told in AP Psych in high school.
Because onions definitely have a different texture. And they've got like layers.
Yeah, but can you tell you're biting into layers? It's got like a hard outside, but once you get into it, it's juicy, and your teeth just kind of.
Now I'm gonna stop you there. An onion is not juicy; it's oily.
Dude, that's juices.
I definitely think I'd be able to tell the difference.
Oil's juice.
I mean, yeah, but thicker.
Not by much. Not with an onion and an apple, nah. Which an apple's thick because it's very sugary.
I would happily be put up to the test.
Well, man,
if we could find a way to dull my senses.
If I'd have gotten to my fun time drawer, if I'd have known we were going to be talking about this, I'd have gotten to my dad blamed fun time drawer, and I'd have brought the blindfold and the nose pluggers.
We'll get back to that in a minute.
We're going to put that back in the fun time drawer.
Put that back in the fun time drawer.
Now, what if?
So, now what if we put it back in the fun time drawer and went on with the podcast? So, as I was saying before we started drinking, I officially invested in hookahs. I did mention last week that I am working at a smoke shop now, so like selling cigars, selling vape accessories, and also some cannabis accessories that are legal. So eventually they started looking at hookahs, and so they've got a whole bunch of stuff in, and not a single one of us except for one guy has ever like smoked a hookah for its intended purpose. So like they didn't really know what to do with it, right? So what we ended up doing is we sat outside of work. I sat down with him. We loaded up some hookahs. We started huffing on them and just giving them a go, finding out what we liked about them and stuff like that. And turns out I really like hookahs. Turns out that is just man's first vape.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're a straight up hookah guy.
I'm a hookah guy. Because I still vape, right? So it's literally no different. So like smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, like, you know, like whenever you first kind of go around, you start hucking and hacking.
Yeah.
Not with a hookah.
Well, who could have guessed? Please talk. I am ashamed.
How long were you sitting on that?
A solid 5 seconds.
I hate that.
You were like, I'm a straight hookah guy. And I was like, who could have guessed? Wait. I was like, hold.
Now, send it. Who could have guessed? I hate you so much.
Dude, I'm freaking on one tonight. Let's go. Yeah. About to blow.
Okay, son, I need you to put that down. Okay, stop dying. Stop it.
I was laughing and I went and some of that Sprite and plum wine Went into my lungs.
Plum went into your lungs. Yeah. How does it feel?
How long were you sitting on
2 seconds.
that one? You went, huh?
Oh, no. Send it.
Like, it's like you have the signal to, like, hold. You're like, hold, damn it. Loose.
You're loose. And you're like looking at the guy who like launched that catapult. And you're just like, motherfucker. He's like trying to hide the scissors.
Yeah, it's like that archer in Lord of the Rings at Helm's Deep who can't hold on to the, he's like an old man. He can't hold on to the bow. Like, everybody looked at that dude. They were like,
you mother.
They were like, bro,
you just started World War I.
And he was like, I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault.
But like I said, gotten to hookahs. I've been smoking cigars since like forever now, since before I'm legally allowed to say. But beyond that, it's very smooth work. It's very easy work. We're kind of at like a weird spot, so we don't get a lot of traffic. But with the location that we are, we have Rod Run to deal with, so we got all that traffic coming in through Pigeon Forge and stuff like that. So we get to deal with that through traffic.
Well, that'll be enough. Y'all will probably get enough business on this weekend to keep you open for months.
Probably. And, well, I had my first theft today.
What?
Caught a kid. Came in.
Kid?
He's like probably 16, 17, 18. Came in, snatched a vape, just walked out with it.
Dude. Kids, man.
I was so mad because he's one of those kind of kids who tries to like act cool, because I actually knew him from my other job.
Oh.
He worked in that area. Yeah. And so he's banned from the store now. Anytime I see him, he's getting immediately kicked out. So we got to deal with that. That's fun. Really don't want to deal with it, but it is one of them things. But yeah, don't steal from stores. Just buy it. Okay? If you can't legally buy it, deal with it. You shouldn't be doing that crap anyway. We drink so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Here at the 5 o'clock reboot.
Yeah, we drink so you don't have to. We do nicotine so you don't have to. Please, God, don't ever start. If you're not on it, don't start.
Don't start it.
Oh my God.
You think you need it until you have it.
I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm not even kidding. I remember being a kid and growing up and being like, oh, Dad, that's a really cool cigarette looking thing you got there. And he's like, don't do it. And he's like, I'm not giving you one of these smokes. And I'm like, okay. And then like I'd see my brother freaking dipping. Like we'd get out of church and he'd pack him a fat hog.
A hog nut.
And I'm like, man, that smells good, brother. Can I have some of that? And he's like, no. He's like, don't ever do it. You know what they never told you? You'll like it. That's the thing that they don't tell you. They're like, don't do it because you'll like it. And you see you like it at first. And you're like, oh, shit. I'm going to keep doing this. You like it until you don't want to like it.
Yep.
Forever. And that's called addiction.
Yep. So, like, I've stopped vaping several times.
Oh, shit, dude. Same.
But like, I always find my way back into it.
Shit. I've quit vaping. I haven't quit nicotine.
Yeah. It's rough. But yeah, we had our first theft, so that was interesting. We know who the kid is, so that's going to be fun to deal with. But that's really just about all that I've done. What have you done?
Well, let's see here. I don't know if I mentioned it on last week's podcast, but I did get my fiance to watch all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yes, we did.
Which was, I think we talked about that.
We did. We
case.
did. I don't know if we did.
Well, my fiance has watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I am one happy guy because now she gets all of my references.
All the references.
Like, I've been making Lord of the Rings references for the entire time we've been together, and that's 5 years. That's over 5 years.
That's 5
But
years.
Like, I'll say something, and I'll be like, and she'll be like, you're weird.
Yes, silly.
You're so weird, but your beard looks cool sometimes.
Did the same exact thing with Bailey.
Really?
The same exact thing, where we'll make references. Me and Zach will make references all the time of like Austin Powers, Monty Python's and the Quest for the Holy Grail, all these different films that we've referenced, and she does the exact same thing. She's like, you're cute. You're just like and you're just like, she doesn't get the reference. So we've remedied that, thankfully. So she gets about 70 some odd % of our references now. After we get her to watch The Big Lebowski, it's over.
You know, I've actually never seen The Big Lebowski.
It's so good. Jeff Bridges is a dime, man.
Dude, Jeff Bridges, he's an awesome actor, period. Did you ever see him in True Grit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I watched the OG True Grit during the pandemic. Oh my God, dude. I'm still losing my damn mind over that. Like, that was such a masterpiece.
I love it.
Even watching the Duke, you know, or like, especially the Duke.
Oh, yeah.
I say even watching as if it's, you know, like, oh God. Amazing.
Jim.
I still think about it. Whenever I think about that movie, I always think about that part where he's got, like, you know, all them guys on the horses across, and he's like, we don't have to do this. The guy says something. He says something like mean to him, and John Wayne looks at him and says, "Feel your hand, you son of a bitch," and starts riding.
Your hand, you son of a bitch.
God, what an iconic moment, though. Like, people, whenever they film things, I wonder if they truly understand the gravity of some of the things that they're filming.
Something like that.
Yeah, like, for example, like whenever filming Lord of the Rings, whenever Pippin's like, "What about second breakfast?" Like,
no one in that moment quite understood how quotable that is.
Exactly. Like, I say that all the fucking time. And now I've started. Okay, I'm on that fucking kick though, because I just watched the movies again. Oh my gosh.
You'll be sitting there, it's dead quiet, not a single person has mentioned a single word, and you go, "What about second breakfast?
What about second breakfast?
Halvesies?
11sies? Afternoon tea? Luncheon? Dinner? Supper? He knows about those, doesn't he?"
Take that as a no.
And then, I think he knows about those, Pip. There's another one of my favorite quotes is that I love to kind of like fuck with is, you know, potatoes.
Potatoes. Cut them up, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in my ass.
Also, like, and wriggling.
I had said that because anytime my fiance and I talk about sushi, because I love raw sushi, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love
As
that
sushi
shit.
is.
I mean, yeah. But, like, you know, you see some of them, like, rolls that you get at some of the restaurants around here. It's like deep fried, you know.
I'm guilty of that. That's my favorite.
Do what?
The samurai roll. That's my favorite. It's fried.
Well, either way, she'll say something, and I'll be like, "Give it to us raw." And she'll be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "That's how it was." I'd said that for years because it's one of my favorite. Like, God, it's just iconic.
It's quotable.
It's iconic and quotable. It's quotable. That's the big kicker there, man. It's quotable. Like, you could make a movie, you could write a whole script, and if all of the script is quotable, your movie's millions. You've made millions. Your story could be dog shit. It could literally be dog shit. It could be about a guy named Steve who goes to work at a 9-to-5 job. Nothing interesting happens. It's not one of those like, and then one day Steve. No, Steve is like 7 years in. He goes in. He's already made friends and then got tired of everybody that he works with, so he doesn't talk to anybody. It could literally be Steve going, sitting at a computer,
pushing one key, and then he just looks up and says, "How about that?" And it's done.
And then Stanley.
Yeah, I was literally doing the Stanley Parable.
You're like, he pressed a button until one day he realized he'd sat there for hours and there'd been no input.
There'd been no instructions. There's also Employee of the Month. Movie. Have you ever seen that?
I've not seen Employee of the Month because I've never been one.
That is so at work, whenever I worked with Bailey and the others, we would be like chilling out and just doing nothing, and then they'd be asking, like, you'd get hit with like a slew of questions, and they would immediately go, I am up against a wall here. That is another quotable. And then there's what was it? This is an 81. What is it? It's an 81 Honda. How dare you? Something like that. Let me quote myself on that quote.
Man, quotable movies. Quotable lines.
Yeah, this is an 81 Honda. How dare you?
Dang, man. There's some, like, a lot of the movies that are just lodged in here.
Oh, dude, you could not get the jaws of life to free these quotes from my brain.
Dude, no, for real. Like, I've got, let's see here. Like, and it's all about the context, too, of some of these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, sorry, my ankle is itchy.
His ankle itchy.
Itches. Like, for example, in Beverly Hills Ninja, whenever, like, Chris Farley's brother is getting beat up on, right? Like, I can see it in my head. I can see the scene. He looks over because, like, he's trying to defuse the bomb. He just took apart a telephone. And, like, the damsel in distress, you know, she's like, "You're fucking hopeless." Or she doesn't actually say that. That's not verbatim. She doesn't say that shit. She's like, "Hurry. Haru. Haru, that's his name."
Haru.
Yeah. Like, "Hurry, Haru." And he's like, "I'm trying." And he looks over, sees his brother getting beat up on, and he's like, "No." Wait, he goes down, and he starts fighting. He's like, "I may not be this. I may not be this." He's like, "But I know this. No one messes with my brother." And they starts kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Bruh." Dude, golly. You know, maybe it's not as quotable as I thought.
There's also one,
Did someone bite my ankles, or is it just tight socks? Are my ankles swelling?
I need to find it. Blazing Saddles.
He rode a blazing saddle. He wore a shining star.
What do you like to do?
I could probably quote you any moment from that movie. You start the quote, I'll finish it. Hey, this is a fun game.
Yeah, there's I don't know, play chess. Screw.
Yeah,
It's
play
like,
chess.
Is okay,
Screw.
Jim, since you are my guest and I am your host, what is your pleasure? What do you like to do?
Play chess.
I don't know. Play chess.
Screw. Well, let's play chess.
Let's play chess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that one. Just Blazing Saddles, like, granted, I'll be honest, it did not age well. At all. Because it's all satire humor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's like a lot of the things. It's like a lot of folks wouldn't really be able to handle it that well. You know, now they're like, "Oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous," but for the time that it was released, it was ridiculous too.
Yeah,
like that's the point of the movie,
yeah.
Right? Like, if you watch that movie and you're like, "Huh, that town has a good idea," you are a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what the whole
point
reason why they made that movie, right?
It's the
like
point. It's the purpose behind it.
Exactly. Like, it's not like that's why I think that movie is like still good to watch.
I love it
because I mean, the message is amazing, right? And it, like how everything is conveyed, you're just like, damn, that is fucked up, and that's the point.
So, for those of you guys who have never seen Blazing Saddles, I'll give you kind of like the watered down version of it. So this is the Wild West kind of era. They still have people who are African American who are still working on things like railroads, things like that. And one of the guys he gets in trouble for, I think he like hit one of the dudes or something.
Yeah, he hit him over the head with a shovel.
Hit him over the head with a shovel, and then he was going to be executed, but then they were like, "We're going to do something better. We're going to make him the sheriff of this town." So they ship him off to be a sheriff of this town. And this is a time where people really didn't like African Americans. And so, like, he's getting shipped off to this place, and he comes riding in with his fancy new attire, his Gucci saddlebag. That's an actual thing in the movie. And he's like riding into town. and they spout out the N-word like crazy.
They do. That's the bad
That's
thing.
the worst part. But like it's the point, because like throughout the entire thing, they do not like him because he's black. They don't like him.
Yeah, like they're the movie blatantly is like calling out racists and like showing them how ridiculous they're being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, what happens is he actually saves the town. There's this whole thing that happens. He ends up saving the town, and everyone loves him at the end, of course, because he did the thing that he set out to do. And then they realize, like, oh, he's not that bad.
Also, don't forget, throughout the whole movie, like they're painting literally all the racists as dumbasses, because that's what it is. Like,
literally the first,
legitimately.
You guys, if you've never seen Blazing Saddles, you need to, because like the funniest scene of the whole movie was he rides into town and they all hold him at gunpoint, like as he's like giving his little acceptance speech, and then he pulls the revolver out and points it at himself, and he goes, "Hold it." And he's like, "Put the guns down, I'll blow his head off all over this place." And he's like, "Do what he says, man. He's not bluffing." And so everyone drops their gun, and he like drags himself away and like pulls himself into the sheriff's office. It really shows how dumb it is to be a racist, because that right there, he ends up saving the entire town, and they just really blatantly judged him just based on what his denomination was of his race.
If you notice, the only other like actually intelligent people is like, or the only other like actually intelligent person in the show are the other people that he was working with in the beginning, and Gene Wilder's character. And that's because Gene Wilder's character isn't racist.
Right.
Everyone else in the movie, 12
IQ.
is a complete dumbass.
Yeah.
That's part of it, dude.
It's why I
brilliant
love
writing.
the movie. And also, not to mention how quotable it is.
Exactly.
Oh, boys.
You just can't quote it.
Well, there's some of them you really can't quote, but I love, "Oh, boys, look what I found."
Oh my god.
Where are the white women at?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's
Gene Wilder. Oh my god, dude.
just Gene
What an
Wilder in
actor.
general.
Dude, everybody in that movie was just amazing. Oh my god. I'm losing it.
Every single one of them was good. I loved every single. It's anything from Mel Brooks in general. Well, Spaceballs.
Never seen Spaceballs.
What?
Never seen Spaceballs. I'm not well versed in the sci-fi genre.
Technically speaking, it's not sci-fi. Do you know that?
Really?
Star Wars and that entire franchise is technically classified as fantasy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
because of
the Force.
the Force, the magic, yeah.
The Force, the lightsabers, and things like that. Technically speaking, now it's kind of moving into sci-fi because people are actually making lightsabers.
Well, on top of that, like, they're making like there's reasons behind things, right? Whereas like in fantasy, it's just fantasy. There doesn't have to be a reason. You know what I mean? It's
The
like
midi-chlorians and all that.
yeah, it's like the sky's purple, and that's just the way it is.
That's just the way
There's
it is.
7 moons up in the sky. That's just the way it is. There's dwarves and hobbits and elves. Nobody questions because that's the way it is.
Did you know that there's an actual population of people who thoroughly believe that elves still exist?
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, and I'm one of them, but
No, it's like, I don't remember which country it is. I think it's like France or something. It's some European country. They thoroughly believe that elves actually exist.
There's a lot of people who do believe in the Fae still.
Well, yeah, but that's like more of like a religion thing too.
Well, yeah. Wait, so where do they believe the elves are? The Undying Lands?
The Undying Lands, probably. Probably in Greenland. I don't fucking know.
Shit. The elves have worked their way to Greenland.
The elves, they've worked their way to Greenland.
We have to go and fight the elves. Sound like you're from Skyrim. Damn elves.
Damn elves. I used to fight elves like you. So I took an arrow in the butt.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Till I got the clap from Helga at the bar.
So did you know that saying, I took an arrow to the knee, that actually has like a meaning behind it?
Yeah.
It means you got married.
Yeah. He took an arrow to the knee. Proposed.
I didn't know that was the explanation. Wow, there you go. Learned something new. I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what it meant. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I learned that a good couple years after I started playing the game. I didn't put two and two together, as you may be able to tell by my IQ. But someone was like, "Did you know that means that they got married?" And I was like, "Took an arrow to the knee." Wow, who would have thought? And then that got me to thinking about some of the other things that happened, and some of the motivations behind some of the other things that are said. Black sacrament, sweet mother, sweet mother.
What?
The black sacrament, they pray to the night mother for the black what are they called?
Black elves?
No, dark elves.
Oh.
And it's the Assassin's Guild. They give you the note with a hand that says, "We know."
I know what you're talking about, but very loosely, because I've not played Skyrim in years.
Well, either way, that quest line has a coffin, and it's like they're like patron, right? And it's the one that Cicero carries around in that coffin, and that's the Night Mother, right? So the Black Sacrament invokes the Night Mother, and the Night Mother is supposed to talk to a listener, who then tells the guild, "Hey, kill this mug."
Ah, lovely.
I know.
All right.
I know too much.
Speaking of assassins, we're supposed to go see John Wick 4.
Are you?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm actually currently binge watching the movies with Bailey.
You wanna know something wild?
What?
Never seen John Wick.
You've never seen?
Never seen it.
You never supported Father Reeves,
I support him with thoughts and prayers.
but not monetarily?
I'm trying to monetarily support myself right now, bro.
It's a $5 thing down at the Phoenix Theater.
$5? Good Lord. Who's got five? Shit. Who's got $5?
I know you have 20.
Had 20.
Have.
Had.
Have.
Had.
Have.
Had.
Have.
I gave it to Shannon.
Oh. You had like a 10 in there.
That was a 1.
Ew. Ew. You get paid on Fridays.
Every other one.
Yeah. Wouldn't matter anyway. You haven't even seen the first 3.
I know. I gotta watch the first 3 first.
They're so good. I won't even lie to you.
Dude, I've seen ads and like I've seen clips, and like I get kind of the premise. How he's the boogeyman and all that. You know, he's the ex-hitman, and well, like whenever I was seeing the memes, I was like, they kill his dog and he goes that fucking ballistic. And then like I saw the start to the third or to one of the movies, and I was like, oh
Yeah, it's his wife's dog.
And his wife died.
Yeah. And only a few days after his wife died, spoiler alert, I guess, a few days after his wife died, that was her final gift to him.
Yeah.
And stole his car that he spent his time with his wife with. Yeah. And he mowed down an entire mob because of that.
Yeah.
My favorite line was, my wife, her final gift to me was that dog. And your son took that from me, killed that from me. So you can either hand over your son or you can die screaming beside him.
Golly, son.
Dude, hell hath no fury like an angry Keanu Reeves. Because like his acting, I've always found his acting to be kind of like monotoned. But once he actually puts emotion into it, you feel something. because just seeing how he's constantly just kind of emotional. He lacks emotion sometimes whenever he speaks. So the second that he hits you with that emotion, you actually feel his anger. Because dude, just the way that he was just like, so I could finally grieve unalone. And your son took that from me. I was just like,
oh. And your heart started going.
So what is something that you hate about whenever the hero finally like kills the bad guy?
Something that I hate?
Yeah. Is it like how long it takes? Is it the speech that they have before the grand fight, or like things that just you feel like wastes your time?
Things that I feel like waste my time, like in a lot of like fights and stuff. And I understand that like they have to do things like in a lot of movies, like with like they try to like make it really grand. It's like, this is the climax. This is the thing that the whole movie's been building up for. But whenever there is a clear, simple solution to the fight and they don't do it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, let's say you got two guys, it's at the end of the movie, you know, and the guy's like let's say the hero's got like a gun trained on the dude, right? It's like, dude, you've been hunting for this guy forever. Get it off your chest to his corpse, dude. Like, if you're going to talk to him, just do that. Blow him away, and then tell him.
John Wick does that.
You know another movie that does that? You ever seen Taken?
Yes.
I remember the first time that I saw that movie, because like every movie that I'd seen prior, like, you know, the main character and the bad guy, they'd be well armed, and then they're like, let's settle this like men. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like, what about all the other people that you didn't settle it like men with? You know, what about that one dude that you stabbed in the nuts with a knife and then slit his throat? Why can't you do that to this guy? This is the guy. He's the reason why you had to do that. Why don't you just, do it? Shit. But it's like, no, man, we're settle it like men. I hate that. But
John Wick,
yeah,
doesn't do that. John Wick, so they explain it. He's a man of focus.
Yeah.
A man of precision. A man of sheer fucking will. Whenever he goes and he operates, he just kills. He doesn't make a big deal out of it. Even the guy who killed his dog just offs him, then walks away. That's it. The guy's last words was, "It's just a fucking..." And he just caps him right there. And then walks away. I love that kind of thing. Because that right there tells you John Wick don't give a shit.
Yeah.
John Wick came to do a job. And he did it.
Now, it's really funny that you bring that up, because based on the very little that I know about it, that was his job for a time, right?
So he was a hitman, and he was like the best in his field. He was known as the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. And I love it in the first movie. He's like, the boogeyman? He's like, not so much the boogeyman. The one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman. So he got married, found a girl, and he wanted to be out of the trade. Wanted to be done with it.
Yeah.
And the guy who killed his dog, his father gave him an impossible task, something no one else could do. And his line was, "The bodies he buried lay the foundation of what we are today." He is a one-man army.
Damn.
He once killed 3 men at a bar with a fucking pencil. That kind of shit. It's because like they paint him to be like this, practically a god, unkillable. And then in the second movie, the line is, everything that you heard about him has been dramatically watered down.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So they say, Do not fuck with John Wick. Oh, I'm kind of just spoiling the movie for you.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We'll need to put in like a little spoiler alert thing before all this.
I say that
Whoa,
I say that once it's been out on like DVD and stuff, like at that point you just neglected to watch it. So I'm trying not to spoil it too much, but obviously, like I said, they killed his dog, stole his car, right? So they take the car to one of the rippers to get new tags and new VIN numbers, stuff like that. The guy punches that mob boss's son in the face. You don't do that.
Right.
And he's like, "You're fucking crazy, old man. My father, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "What do you know about what your father wants?" His father calls him later. He's like, "I heard you struck my son." He said, "Yes, sir, I did." He said, "Why'd you do that?" He said, "They stole John Wick's car." You know what his response is? Oh.
Oh.
That's it.
Really?
Oh. So that tells you how forward John Wick is. That's what I love, because it's not like, well, you shouldn't have done that, or there's still going to be repercussions for this. I'm going to kill you myself. No.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And it's also the same thing in the second movie. They're like freaking out about what all happened. And they're like, "He's come here just for a single car?" He's like, "That car belongs to John Wick." Oh. Nothing else about it?
Yeah, I genuinely pray that is like the ongoing like thing of the movie. That no, you don't get it, dude. You don't get it, man. You don't get it, man. That thing right there, that's John Wick's. Oh.
They actually had that moment with his son and him, where he's like, he explains who John Wick is. Explain that he killed 3 men at a bar with a pencil. And the kid's like, "I can fix this. I can make this right." He's like, "I can finish it." It's like, did you not just hear a fucking word that I just said? Did you not just hear what I just said? He said, "You will do nothing because you can do nothing."
You done fucked up.
The way that they paint him is, if I heard of this man actually existing, I would be scared shitless. I would be moving countries.
What if they were all based on true stories? Would that not be fucking insane?
That'd be fucking crazy, I guess. So how are you feeling with this drink so far?
Man, I'm just straight up. I genuinely think I'm just sleepy. What time is it?
I think that too, but at the same time, we're both feeling sleepy, so like...
Well, you've worked 53 hours this week.
Yeah. Would you like to go for another drink?
You know, it's 2:30. I'm kind of thinking we do something a little unorthodox right now.
Okay.
Because we haven't drunk too much of this, but we know, based on how we're feeling right now, I think we can pretty well tell what this shit'll do to you.
Yeah.
And how easy it'll do it to you, because it is good.
Oh, yeah. I will be finishing this.
I would expect nothing less. I'm probably going to get myself a bottle of this. What I'm thinking we should do is rate this and then have some of the Ozeki.
Sounds good to me. And then as we continue, I will continue drinking that. Because damn, is it good?
Yeah, I'll probably have one of those little cups of Ozeki, and then I will be drinking water and Sprite. Because I'm genuinely trying not to get like too fucked up. And it's nothing against like getting fucked up on the show, because I mean, as you know, I have a good time doing that and stuff. Yeah. It's just like, from where I took those couple weeks of not getting schwasty, and then I got schwasty last time, it's just like, I was like, man, I actually had a whole lot more fun, and I felt like you and I had like better conversations when we were a little bit more coherent.
We do, but at the same time, I think it's also like kind of getting yourself back into the flow and stuff like
100%.
that. Yeah. So Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, Alex.
Yeah.
Where does our very good boy, or Choya, plum wine, settle on the wrong clock for you?
Well, Dirk.
Yep.
This is gonna be weird, man. Straight up. Something I wasn't expecting. Dude, for the feel, I don't feel alcohol at all. I don't feel alcohol at all when I drink this. It doesn't leave me with a dry mouth. Nothing like that. We drank it straight. We drank it mixed, and that mixed drink was pretty hefty with this in it. And it was delicious. Everything has been delicious thus far. It has been wonderful. Like, there's this sourness to it, but like it's not an overpowering sourness that like leaves you going, ooh. But like, it's like a sweet sour type thing. God, it's so good. I'm giving it a 5.
Hell
5,
yeah.
an honest 5 o'clock. This
An
thing
honest
has
to 5.
earned it. Yeah, you know why this? I think it's plums. I think it's the genuine plums in there.
I think it's the plums.
Now, Derek. I have to know.
Yes.
Where does Choya plum wine lie on your clock tonight?
So, basing it on the drink, you can drink it by itself, you can mix it, and both of them were phenomenal. We finished this in under an hour.
Yeah, genuinely, if I weren't holding back right now,
We'd be several drinks in and be sloshy.
you and I would have finished this bottle.
Yep.
You and I would have finished this bottle.
We would have killed this bottle.
Like, I could sit, if you and I both had one of those right now, I could have been sipping that straight up and talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to go for the presentation as well.
Oh,
It's such a simple bottle, and it's multi-purpose. After you're done with that, you take out the wine, you take out the plum, you wash it. It's a water bottle.
yeah.
It's a water bottle. Like, you take this.
Yeah, I saw the tip on the thing you were pouring out of. Like that. That's a water bottle.
It's a water bottle. So not only is it good for that, it's also a good drink. It's a simple plum wine. A 30 proof, and it still hit me as hard as it did. That's a 5. That's an easy 5.
Dude.
The easiest 5 on the podcast.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, 30 proof, that's stout. Like, that's a very strong wine. Like, that's a very strong wine. If we were to be drinking, like, a straight-up regular wine, like from the grocery store or from anywhere else, that was 15%, it would taste like piss. Like, it would taste like dog ass. And you'd be able to taste the alcohol.
Yep.
I can't taste the alcohol in this.
It's so smooth. It's so easy. You're just drinking plum juice at that point.
That's how it tastes and how it feels.
That's what I love about it. Now, yeah, Alex.
Yes.
Oh, what are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Well, for the basically like 3 shots that I've had, it's a rainy day outside. I'm sitting on a couch and I've got carpet under my feet. I'm kind of like running my toes through the carpet and it's so nice, so comfortable. You know I'm not wearing socks. You know, I ain't wearing no socks. I mean, why would I wear socks? I'm chilling at my house on a rainy day, listening to the rain on the roof.
Is it a tin roof?
Absolutely. Take nothing less. Listen to the rain on the tin roof, and I'm kind of like working my way into this couch, man. It's getting all nice and comfy and cozy. I've got me a good, good Celtic playlist on right now. I mean, like, I'm not talking, the fast stuff's awesome. I love listening. I love getting to some good, jigs and reels. But, I mean, we're talking some of that slow, low whistle, fiddle.
Something like Jolly Rouge.
Yeah, kind of like that. A little bit slower, but like something
soft.
just nice, chill vibes.
Nice vibe. Something Stan Rogers.
Stan Rogers is getting thrown in there. We're throwing some Canadian. And I'm laying there and I've got me a book, man. I'm delving into a fantasy world. And this whole feel is just perfect. I've got a loose t-shirt on right now, you know, like some PJ shirt you wear to bed, and I got my PJs on, basically, but I'm going commando in my PJs. Yeah, I'm not gonna go full on and be like, oh, I've got underwear on. No, man. I mean, we're talking fuzzy PJ pants. Fuzzy PJ pants on straight up on my cock and balls, and a loose t-shirt, and that's it, with the perfect setting. So I mean,
the 3 shots that you had,
I may not be zooted butt naked. If I would have kept drinking, and
if we drank like we usually drink,
yeah, if I weren't trying to be responsible,
we'd probably be singing to our toilets.
I'd be thrashed.
Yeah.
Thrashed, ready to get bashed.
Yeah.
I would be getting bashed right now. And listen, man, I'm so glad I'm drinking this responsibly because I want to continue to enjoy this. You know what I mean? Like, there's some alcohols that's like, yeah, man, I got sick off of it. I can't drink it anymore. It's a little bit of a bummer, but not that big of a deal. If I couldn't drink this, that would actually be devastating.
That would be a bummer.
A major bummer. Like, double wide bummer.
Double wide.
Bum
and bummer.
Wide. Yeah.
Bum and bummer.
Bum and bummer. Absolutely. It would be a bum and a bummer to not be able to drink this again. So, that's where I'm at. Now, Derek.
Yes.
What are you wearing?
I'll tell you what. Kind of warm. Kind of cozy.
I love how we both like slink into the couch whenever we get to feel it, you know?
Kind of warm, kind of cozy, right? I'm sitting at a bonfire with my buddies.
Ooh.
Right? Now, this bonfire isn't in the woods. It's on a beach.
Oh.
So you can hear the tide rolling in. You can hear the waves crashing. It's super nice. I can feel the sand beneath my toes. The sun has just set, so the sand is still warm. Yeah. It's nice and toasty, so my toes are just sinking. They're melting into that sand. I'm wearing not so much like a wife beater tank top, but something loose. I look like a California bruh, right? But it's starting to get a little chilly.
Yeah.
I planned for this. I'm wearing some sweats.
Oh, okay.
Some nice sweats.
Okay.
Right?
Ready for a little bit of a chilly night on the beach?
Ready for a chilly night, right? Protecting the legs, protecting the cock and balls. Just nice and chilled. But I'm also leaning back in my chair. I've got my hand firmly planted in my waistband.
Oh, yes. Dude, the epitome of comfort.
The comfort.
Oh, my God.
My man. Occasionally taken out to smell their own brand, but that's neither here nor there. I'm kidding. But
his favorite kind of cheese, Fumunda.
The Fumunda cheese. But just that nice little, just eased in, just right where you're right on top.
Dude, talking like both of our scenarios right now have got me like my hand, I'm like having to fight it. It's like Frodo trying to keep the ring off of his hand. I'm like,
it's like peak male comfort. That is where I'm at right now. I'm so cozy.
Dude, same here.
Now, once I keep drinking, that's gonna be another separate dealio.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
But other than that, man, such a good drink. Now, about that Ozaki.
Yeah. I
am gonna go prepare that. In the meantime, let's talk to them for a second.
Okay.
For those of you on Spotify and everything like that, he's going to be talking. He may be talking to people on our TikTok live. So just don't pay too much attention, but at the same time, maybe pay attention because then you try to catch us on the live stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to chill out on the live. I've been really wanting to like get up in here and read these comments that's been going on. Yeah, this is probably the most active the TikTok's been in a minute. Somebody said, "Oh snap, you guys still alive?" Absolutely we are. See here. What? You can't legally buy it. Pay someone to legally buy it. Oh gosh, that's in reference to what we had talked about earlier. That's illegal. You can get in big trouble for that. So, no. Don't do that. That's the last of your sake? Oh, God. Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, fuck yeah. Good excuse for it, I guess. Oh, my. Well, that was the answer to the comments on the live. We're back for the third. This is the first time ever I think this has happened. The third story time with Alex on the pod. Now, this next story. Oh, we lost 2 people at the same time. We're down to 1 on the live. They're like, Derek left. We don't give a fuck anymore. That's okay. But, so, the story don't really make sense to all you who are very massive, like, superhero fans. It's like, this isn't the world. This isn't the way it works. It's a story. It's a joke. Just chill. I promise. It is well worth it. Okay, so Superman. Right? Let's say he lives in an apartment building. That's just where he lives. And he's getting kind of lonely one night. You know, Lois is working late. And he calls up Batman. Says, hey, Batman. Batman says, hey. Superman says, it's Superman. Batman says, I know who you are. Superman says, now, what do you say that you and me is to go out on the town and go get some ladies tonight? You know, we'll go do some drinking, do some dancing, have a little fun. Batman says, oh, no, I'm Superman, I can't do it. You know, I've got all this brooding to do. I'm a sad man, all this other stuff, and I really don't think I should be getting out there. I'm not going to do it, Superman. I'm sorry. You got to go by yourself, find you someone else. Superman says, all right, I get it. Hangs up. Superman calls another somebody that he knows, Spider-Man, and says, hey, Spider-Man. Says, hey, it's Soup. Says, what you say you and me go out, hit the bar, do a little drinking, dance, and, you know, find us some company for the night. And Spider-Man says, well, you see, Superman, I would absolutely love to, but, you know, Mary Jane, she's been on my ass lately, you know, about being out late, you know, fighting crime and all this, and shit. You know, tonight we rented a movie at the Red Box, and I kind of got to spend this time with her right now. You know, I can't go out there, but I appreciate the offer. Superman says, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I don't need y'all. I don't need y'all to go out, get no ladies. He says, I've got x-ray vision. So he scans through his apartment building, and he sees a Wonder Woman laying on the bed, and she is stark naked. NEKK by Ghibli ID. Like, that means that she's laying on the bed naked, and she looks like she's getting down to something. Superman says, well, I think I can be quick. So he flies down there, does his shit out the window, blink of an eye, quicker than you'd ever believe. And Wonder Woman, she raises up. She says, oh my God, what the hell was that? And the Invisible Man pops up and says, I have no clue, but it just tore my ass up.
Yeah, I actually know about that one, John. That one specifically. But she was actually on a rooftop. Same story. She was just on a rooftop.
I took a couple little creative liberties.
I like it.
Thanks.
Makes more sense. Now, have you ever tried like actual sake besides like soju?
No.
So I think you're going to hate it.
I probably am. I smelled it.
Yeah.
And I am not dealing it.
Yeah. No, it's, I won't lie to you. It is rough. If you will hand me your glass, sir.
God, that's what I love to hear. Rough. It's gonna make you feel like poo-poo.
So I always drink my sake hot. That's how I enjoy it. So with this...
Are you supposed to sip these cups?
Nope.
Don't fill mine big.
Too late.
You bastard.
I didn't see the level of the cup, but you'll be okay. You're a big boy.
That smells like dick.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, genuinely smells like I have taken a shower and scratched my nuts.
Think wine.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I swear if this hurts me.
The only way that it might hurt you is if it's too hot. It's a little hot. Just touch your lip to it.
That's way better than I expected.
You're going to hate it once I tell you what Bailey thinks it tastes like.
I swear.
I'll tell you after you take the shot.
I really don't like how you're talking to me like I'm a sniper who has been
Take the shot!
who's been given an assignment, and I realize that my target is like someone who's totally innocent.
Take the shot!
And I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Take the fucking shot, Private! So we're going to let those cool down for a second.
He smacked my titties.
He slapped my titties. And I farted on him.
He smacked my titties.
He smacked down my titties.
My
It really
titties.
turns him on. Still working. That's another one. SpongeBob is super cool.
Oh my god.
Still working the register, Squiddy.
Still playing the cash register, I say, Squiddy.
Squiddy, I'm fancy, Sean. Just imagine him naked. Oh no, he's hot! The magic conch. No.
Try asking again.
No. No.
No. May I have something to eat?
No.
Oh.
I love that one.
Will that be for her to go?
3 a.m.
Will that be for her to go?
Oh. Oh no. The bar. The bar that I'm looking at right now.
I got bars.
I got leans, beans, tomatoes, potatoes.
Leans.
Oh, baby. You name it. You name it. Got lean, bean, green, tomatoes.
Got leans, greens, mayonnaise, an instrument. Is mayonnaise
an instrument?
Welcome to the 5 o'clock reboot where we just quote SpongeBob. That's all this show is. For
Honestly,
a year
people would
now.
click on that.
Dead ass people would click on it. Dude, do you want to know how many fucking Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 zombies videos I've been clicking on lately? And how many have been uploaded within the past 5 months? Or within the past year?
Jesus.
Dude, a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's people who've been playing zombies for a living for a long time. So they're like, it's like, and it's their VOD. So they're like, yeah, what's going on, chat? All right, shit's going down. We're going to do some serious stuff here. And they're like about to play. They get everything set up and they start playing. And they're just like talking while they're like playing zombies and being an absolute fucking G at it.
Just being a fiend.
I know, an absolute zombies fiend. And I'm like, if I try to do that shit, I'm like, okay, round 1. Here we go. I may make it through round 1, but that's just because you can melee the zombies to death once.
And then you just immediately get downed.
It's like round 2. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on there, Jethro. It's not just a boulder. It's crawlers. Dude. And I always, like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some shit. I need to make a crawler. Always end up killing the zombie. Without fail.
Avatar The Last Airbender is also very quotable. The boulder feels conflicted about punching a blind girl.
Fighting a little blind girl.
Sounds like you're scared, Boulder. The boulder's over his... What was it? His...
The boulder is over his conflicted feelings.
The boulder's over his conflicted feelings.
Oh my gosh, dude. That show really did a lot.
Buddy.
You remember Sokka, whenever he was like on it, like he went off on his like his own little adventure and he got stuck in that crack. And there was the moose lion.
Yeah.
And he's like, promise to never eat meat ever again. And then like he sees the little baby moose lion, he's like, "Poo-foo cuddly poops." Like that was the little thing's name, he called it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The cactus juice. It's the quenchiest. It'll quench you.
I feel like that should be our fucking phrase for something that like gets us stonked.
It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest.
Just like gets a mouthful of rain. It'll quench you.
It's the quenchiest.
It's the fucking. That's what rain is. Oh my gosh. Who's your favorite Avatar: The Last Airbender character?
Iroh.
This is why we're friends.
I love Iroh.
This is 110% why we're friends. Absolutely. Because oft times I think, I bet your Uncle Iroh would have something to say about this.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
you're not being the person Uncle Iroh know you can be.
But have you seen that thing where it's like this person, it's like this guy and he's like, "Honey, have you seen my jasmine tea?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I drank it all." And he goes, "It's okay. What would Uncle Iroh do?" And then like it cuts to Iroh and he's like, "Oh no, she's crazy. She has to go down."
She has to go down.
Throws something at her.
I love it, the scene where he's like going through, well, it's a sad episode, but like whenever he's going through Bossing Say, the kids are like playing ball, and he like kicks it through the window and he's like, "Sometimes it's best to own up to your mistakes instead of fleeing." And it's like the big guy's like, "I'm gonna crush your bones into paste. But not this time. Run." And then
Don't bring that episode up. Don't you talk about it anymore. Just stop it. Just end the conversation here.
leaves from the
vine, falling so slow,
like little tiny ships.
Oh my Jesus.
Drifting from the shore. Little soldier boy comes marching home. Brave soldier boy comes marching home. You touch my sake, bitch.
I'm just kidding. I know you only have a little bit left, so I would. That's not bad.
Bailey says it tastes like semen.
Fuck you. You want to know something? I'll take your word for it.
I'll take your word for it.
You weren't ready for that word. When Bailey said it tastes like semen, I knew that's exactly where she was going to go. And in my head, I was like, God, I hope she's wrong. But then I don't know.
Part of me, I mean, if it's as good as it is, hope she's right.
You're going to catch us both later just being like, it's like you've discovered Nutella for the first time, or like chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, and you're just like,
Oh, that's vile,
dude. It's disgusting.
That is vile.
Now, oh man,
we're gonna get banned
instantly. Thank God we don't make money on YouTube, or this will get demonetized. Apart from all the fucks that we say.
God, no.
Dude, that's vile.
That's vile.
I still can't get over that one girl that I knew that dated the guy. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Oh my gosh, well there was this girl that I worked with, and she knew this guy, and she was seeing this guy there for a while, and they would fool around. And there was one day, they did the act, and then she was like, "Your cum tastes like motor oil." And that statement stayed there for about 4 days. When he texted her out of the blue and said, "It does not taste like motor oil."
Do I know this individual?
You know what that means?
What? Means he sampled his own product.
Yeah. Well, like you said earlier, everyone likes their own brand, apparently.
Apparently not. Unless he discovered something about himself. Do I know this person?
Am I a cheddar or a mozzarella kind of guy? I have done so much on this podcast tonight. I have made you go, how long were you holding on to that one? And I've also almost made you vomit on multiple occasions.
Am I a mozzarella or a cheddar kind of guy? Do I know this person?
No.
Thank God. Ugh.
Wait a minute. You might know this person. You might know the girl. But she's not the one who, sampled her own brand.
Well, no.
She's just going around sampling his brand and
gave an honest review.
yeah, she left her Yelp review, and he was like,
tastes like motor oil. Would
and he
not
was
recommend.
like 2 stars. I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean?
I'm like pondering the people to know if I've ever had that conversation before.
Well, I'm not saying the name on the live or the pod.
No. Have I worked with them?
No. Where did you go to high school?
Sevier County.
You went to high school with them.
When they graduate.
25? You graduated 3 years ahead of me?
Graduated in 16.
16? I graduated in 18. They graduated in 17.
I might know someone who tasted like motor oil. And then sampled their own brand. Ew. It's just ew. Overall, just ew. I'm gonna need more.
That shit's actually really good.
I love it. Would you like some more?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How much more we have left?
That's what I'm saying. You go ahead and do your thing, big
There you
guy.
go. You finish
Sake's
the
your thing. No,
Finish it.
I'm trying to go home tonight.
Is it already hitting you?
Well, no, but what if it
would
does?
be by now.
Huh?
It would be by now. It's warm.
Oh, okay. How much is left?
I don't know. Find out.
Fuck.
There you go. Not even a full shot.
Thank you so much for sharing your sake with me.
Hey, as Ira would say, tea is best when shared with friends. Yeah,
That's actually very pleasant.
I love it.
Hold on a second. May I see your little cup there?
Sorry, what was that?
I was thinking back to the drunken master.
Yeah.
Whenever he's like,
Yeah, it's him
yeah,
holding.
that's him holding the cups.
Yeah. Did you just realize that?
No, I didn't just realize that, but I wanted to hold 2 cups at the same time.
You
just
wanted
so I
to
could...
measure it out in real life.
Whenever we talked about sake earlier, I thought about Drunken Master, and I genuinely was afraid that this was going to be our 4th Jackie Chan appreciation episode.
I still have sake going down the wrong pipe. Thanks for that. But now, Alex, what'd you think about Ozeki sake? Sake.
I straight up, I think it was good enough that I'm going to have to get myself some of that. I'm also going to have to get myself another bottle of Choya. Man, it was so good. Like, and I genuinely could drink so much of it right now and just
accept the consequences.
Blast. Yeah. Like, have a blast for like 45 minutes and then sing to my toilet and go to bed. And I feel like that would be okay.
Yep.
Like, the Ozeki, surprisingly, like, it's not like one of those, like, oh, it's super fruity, it's something I love. Like, but
it's straightforward.
It's like, it's a flavor that I can get behind. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel tough. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, takes character to like it right there.
It's a more robust kind of flavor. It's very forward.
Yeah, like it's like you get what you're getting and you understand it. You know what I mean? It's like you take you take your thing and you're like, that's right. Like that's what it is. That's what I'm getting, and by God, I'm happy and proud. You know, like solid. We'll have to dedicate a whole episode to Ozeki.
That's the plan.
Excellent.
So look forward to next week. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, make sure that you check us out on wow, brain. This is what this stuff does to me.
On YouTube, Spotify. Follow us on the Discord. Follow our Instagram. And where else we at?
Talk to us in Discord. Let us know how we're doing.
Absolutely.
Leave a comment. Tell us what you want us to do. God. And also just in general, let us know what we're doing. I always recommend people to come check us out. Share with your buddies. The more you share, the more you like, the more we get put out there, right? So the more people that actually give us some good reviews on it, the more people actually start to look at us and start to watch our stuff. Naturally, we are just kind of two guys sitting on a couch drinking and saying funny dumb shit. So there's an audience out there, and we're just not reaching them yet. So it takes you guys to help us out, to help us become better at what we're doing. There's a guy, actually, forgot to mention this. Guy actually has a podcast where they smoke cigars and drink whiskey. He's subscribed.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's just about as sweet as I could ever be.
It was super cool. And I love the podcast too. He's actually really funny.
Well.
Yeah, I like it. He was a super cool guy. He gave me a couple cigars from his own collection whenever he came in. And yeah, very dope.
Need to have a little Fairly Odd Parents meets Jimmy Neutron moment.
He actually owns several cigar lounges as well.
He's a little bit more successful than we are right now.
Yeah, a little bit. So
I think he got successful and then started a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think you and I are starting a podcast, and then everybody will just get to see us get successful one day.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hey, listen, man. Manifest.
But yeah, like I said, guys, gals, non-binary pals, you guys just keep checking us out and keep sharing us around, and we're going to catch you guys in the next video.